Right, as part of our 5-day MS project course run for various municipalities around the country, South Africa that is, here's the final day assessment on the left. 2 files need to be modified. I've opened the Studio Remodel file on the right hand side, so I'm just going to give a couple of pointers for those who do the assessment after the official day or need it for some reason. So here we go. Open the Studio Remodel, save it as SM your name. Okay, so very simple. File, save as, and I'll just put it in my project tutorials folder, and I'll save it as SM my name. Okay, so SM open square brackets, there we go, and saved. Okay, so that's the first instruction. Trick question, show the project summary task. It is already available, you can see there the project summary task. Alright, so number 2 and number 1 done. Resolve the over allocation problem. So I've said try to use innovative methods. The methods are in manual page 44, so that's on page 44 in the manual, the 5 traditional methods for resolving resource over allocation. Keep the schedule, you can spend more money, but if you can also save money, all the better. So if you go to the resource sheet here, alright, you'll see that's the project coordinator. Now innovative methods would involve getting a junior project coordinator, perhaps from a university, and then assigning that person. But if we want to, if we're okay with throwing some money at the problem, we simply increase project coordinator to 2. So that would be the simplest way. There we go. So number 3 done. Number 4, change the color of the Gantt bars to green. Okay, well we know how there are no critical tasks identified just yet. There they are, there they aren't. So to change to green, we would double click here in the white area. I'm not going to do any more. These are only pointers. I'm not giving you the answers. Okay. Insert a delay instruction as per Fig 1. So here we did pick up a number of problems. Fig 1. So underneath construction, we would have delay instruction there. Fix gypsum first side, paint board. Now the important thing is that this is timed in like this as a separate little phase. What many delegates do is that they change it firstly to manual scheduling, and that creates a problem. Secondly, they do it against today, and it shouldn't be against today. Alright, but we're going to insert the delay instruction, and the delay instruction is 2 tasks. You will see fix gypsum first side, paint board, but it includes the phase, which means it would be 3 insertions. So it's just before inspection and approval, after shall I say. So I select those 3, right click and insert task. Alright, and then we're going to call this the delay instructions. Okay, so what was it? Fix gypsum first side. Okay. I think it was 2 days. I'll change it if it is, but we'll put it at 2 days. Alright, now notice it's against this particular phase, the beginning of this particular phase. Alright, that needs to be addressed. Alright, so let's look at the instructions again. Fix gypsum first side, 2 days. Paint board, 1 day. Alright, so we're going to go over here, paint board. Alright, and it'll be 1 day. Alright, question mark bugging you, then that's fine. But here's the thing, this needs to be outdented. This needs to be outdented. So, alright, some funny things happening with my view here. So we click on that, click on my task ribbon, There we go, and we're going to outdent that. There we go. So there we have it. Now, against the beginning of the project. So that's where the problem occurs. So we need to tie it in. So the first thing is we're going to double click this and we're going to make that the predecessor. That makes sense, hey? Double click this and make construction first side. Okay, alright, so we go down arrow here, construction first side, the predecessor. Took time to happen. Alright, so let's go and have a look at that. Okay, there it is. Now these two need to be linked, so you can just click and drag one on top of the other. Okay, there we go. So there's my delay instructions. Alright. Could they happen simultaneously with the other tasks? Gypsum second side? They could. If not, then we would have to actually make this one here, have that one as a finish to start predecessor. Okay, alright. Then I say show critical tasks. Oh, sorry. Make them create two resources as per Fig 2 and assign them to the delay instructions. So make them work resources and 500 per hour each. And this is what we require over here. Gypsum wall subcontractor and painting subcontractors. I think they may already be in the project. Let's see. Gypsum wall subcontractor and painting subcontractor. There we go. Those can be assigned. So how do we assign resources? Okay, assign resources and gypsum wall subcontractor and assign. And painting subcontractor for the painting and assign. That's plumbing, sorry. Painting, assign. There we go. Assigned. We just need to check that the price was right. Okay. Oh, they were cost resources. So what I'm going to do is transform them to work resources. It will warn me. Okay. And we have an over allocation. All right. Painting subcontractor. Let's change it to work. All right. It warns me. And I said 500 per hour. And this one as well. 500 per hour. There we go. Alright, what's the problem with the over allocation? Alright, this the painting subcontractor is used all over, so we're going to have to let's assume we have the money. We're going to have to increase this unit somewhat, so let's push it up to 3 and the problem goes away. Alright, so we're nearly at the end of the 10 minutes, so we're up to number 6. Okay, here follows video number 2. If you recall, in video 1 with our studio remodel assessment, we'd got up to number 6, creating 2 new resources for our delay instructions, and we'd placed our delay instructions here and added the new resources. We had to change the resources to work resources, painting subcontractor at 500 per hour, gypsum wall subcontractor at 500. We had to up this to 3 to avoid the over allocation. So we're going back to the Gantt chart now. Number 7, show critical tasks. Well, that's fairly straightforward. Format, critical tasks. There we go. And these two, in fact, turned out to be non-critical. There are other non-critical tasks as well. All right. Create a view named after yourself. It must be a combination view with the detail Gantt on top and the resource graph on the bottom. So very simple. Let's go down to the bottom of the view bar. More views up. There we go. And we're going to new over here and combination view, and obviously you can name this after yourself. I just call it any number as well because I've done so many. Detail Gantt on the top and resource graph on the bottom. Click on OK and apply. So what happens? There it is. Okay. And here it is, Carl 105 over there on the left hand side. See? But to get rid of this, many delegates stay on this view, they split their screen and they stay there. No, you got to get rid of it manually. View details, turn details off. So number 9, show slack time on the project. That's very simple. Format and slack. In fact, slack time is shown already, so you'll see here's the slack time. Create a cumulative S-curve for work hours. That would, just remember, I haven't moved this project to Monday this week. Let's just do that very quickly. So it's project and move project. Let's do that Monday last week. All right, there we go. All right, and the project has been moved. And then the cumulative S-curve for work hours. That's very simple. Report, custom, more reports, new report, blank. You could go chart, but I've gone blank. And there I created a report, and it's simply a case of adding a chart. I'm not going to go the whole way, but one of those charts will then go with cumulative work report. Right, let's go back to Gantt chart over here. Right, then opening the cost table and adding a cost column showing contingency of 20% on the total cost. So view, tables, cost, and it's simple. You would create a cost column. You would go down here. That's not the cost column which already exists, it's cost 1. Okay, and right click, custom fields, rename it first contingency over here, and there we go. And there's a formula that has to go in, and I'm not going to say what the formula is, but you're going to multiply the cost by 0.2. Right, okay, mine stays at 0. You have to do something else. Then number 12, activate text to the left of the Gantt bar showing duration. So currently my Gantt bars here show resources to the right, duration. Once again, double click in the white area. It's down here. You've got to choose something. Not going to go further than that. Create a filter that filters out all tasks longer than 1 week, or let's just go back to the entry table. So we go to duration, we click the down arrow, we choose filters and custom filters, and greater than 1W, but there's something else you've got to click here in order to save the filter. I'm not going to go there. Set the baseline, show the baseline. Well, that's obvious. Project, set baseline, set baseline. It was last saved, you got to overwrite it, and to show the baseline, Gantt chart tools format. So that completes the first assessment. The next video will look at the second assessment, which is a bit more difficult, but let's do that.